So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with an updated Trains deck profile for you guys today for the new ban list. And you know, Peter has been playing this deck ever since it was released in the OCG, correct? Like, yeah, you're playing it online on YGOPro, and you know what? He was telling me he's playtesting this deck a lot, and he knows quite a bit about Trains, and I'm super excited to give you guys an update on Trains for the next upcoming ban list. And this Shaddoll rank 10 Shaddoll Trains, correct?
That's correct.
Do you have anything else you want to say about this deck profile?
Let's just go into it.
And Dora is amazing, man.
Yeah.
Dora's so good. Alright, let's get started with deck profile.
So you start with 3 Night Express Knights. You have to.
It's finally out, man.
The same with Derek Crane. Night Express Knight normal summon, special the Derek Crane, you already know this. But if you skill drain the Night Express Knight, it goes to 3,000. You skill drain this, it goes to 2,800. Detach this from a rank 10 monster. Pop-up card on your opponent's side of the field. That's very good. This is the core of your deck, along with 3 Ruffian Rayo card, which is the Skarm of the deck, basically. Yep. And if you open it, you burn for 500. That's all you do. It's not a great monster to normal summon. Realistically, you want to special it off
the switch yard.
Off a switch yard, or just send it to your grave off of a Shaddoll fusion.
Nice.
So that's the trains basically. Is all the trains you run. Then you run 2 Shaddoll Beast. This is the Shaddoll core. 1 Squamata, 1 Dragon, 1 Falco, and 2 Hedgehog. The reason why 1 Falco and 1 Dragon is you don't really want to see this very often because it doesn't help your combos great. It just pops things that are in the way. It pops back row. You can side in a second one if you need it, but realistically you're only going to play 1. 2 Beasts for consistency. You need to send these to draw more because the deck is pretty slow as of right now. And
Falco can always bring it back. So
Falco can always bring it back to draw more, and that's why you play Falco. Realistically, you don't play any synchros in the deck because
they're not necessary.
You want to play rank 10s. You want to play fusions as well. It's not necessary. Squamata, because it's every other Shaddoll. I don't want to play 2 because
you're just be dumping the same thing.
You're just going to be dumping the same shit anyway.
Yeah.
And Hedgehog, because another great thing about Shekanaga when you play is negating monster effects.
Yeah.
And you need Shaddoll monsters in hand, so Hedgehog adds them to hand. Also, you need to get to your spell cards as fast as possible. So setting a Hedgehog is a great play if you don't have anything else to do.
Nice.
If you're bricking. Then I play 2 copies of Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord.
So what's so good about this card?
First of all, it's a level 10.
Level 10, okay.
Easy. But it special summons itself for free as an inherent summon by returning all your grave monsters back to the deck.
Wow, that's pretty good. So that means you can get to recycle your Shaddolls and stuff.
Recycles everything you ever need. All your Shekanagas, all your trains that you've already used so far, and it just summons itself for free.
Wow.
You don't need a graveyard necessarily full. The only thing you need to leave in your graveyard is Ruffian Rail card. So if you sent a Ruffian Rail card that turn, you don't really want to use Exodius, but you can play around that by sending it after you summon Exodius.
Yeah.
Another great thing about Exodius is if it declares an attack, you can send 1 monster from your deck to your graveyard.
So you can send
if you can send Ruffian Rail card, you can send a Shaddoll, and it's by card effect, so the Shaddoll effect goes off.
Nice.
It has 0 attack, which is, well, a bummer, but you pay a little bit of life points to send anything to your deck from your deck to your graveyard. For example, you're locked by something, you send the dragon. There's a lot of things that Exodius can do.
Yeah.
You don't want to play him at 3 because he can be a brick card. I don't know if you can control 1 or 2. You can just overlay with him. He's level 10, obviously.
Nice, awesome.
Next, you play 1 Mathematician just for sending Shadolls and Ruffian. Onto the spells, you play 3 Switchyard and 3 Terraforming.
Best card in the deck, man.
Best card in the deck. Field spell. Shame it doesn't have a Cosmotown effect, but you know. You live with what you can. Another great thing about Switchyard. If you normal a Night Express Knight and you have a Derek Crane in hand and you have Switchyard on board, you can chainlink 2 Switchyard to special summon a Ruffian from the deck, and that way you avoid any kind of strike for the Derek Crane. So you summon the Derek Crane and then you summon the Ruffian and you have 3 level 10s on board as opposed to 2. Yes, you don't get to deal battle damage, but realistically now you have a lot more plays that you can make.
Nice.
Now you play for 2 Forbidden Chalice.
So why Chalice?
It's a cool tech because the trains usually lower their attack points.
Yep.
As their monster effect. So you negate the effect and you gain 400 to make either a 3200 with Derek Crane or a 3400 with Night Express Knight just to attack, just as a beater. Also, it outs your opponent's stuff very often. Opponent's monster effects are still pretty relevant in this game, especially with like Blue Eyes and things putting very tough floodgate monsters on board. Monarchs aren't an issue anymore, thank God, but this would be a great out to everything they play, basically.
Awesome. So double chalice.
Next, 3 Shaddoll Fusion. It's obvious you want to go second with the deck, realistically, in case you draw Shaddoll Fusion and they open an extra deck monster.
Yep.
This is a great card to play. 1 El Shaddoll, unfortunately you can't play more.
Also provides OTK too.
Also provides OTK. Twin Twister, 1 of. 2 inside, probably. But with Dragon, you're not going to be worried as much about back row. 1 Instant Fusion for a Norden, and 2 rank 4 plays in the extra deck. Soul Charge, because if you Soul Charge and you put 2 Doras on board, or a Dora and a Gustav, you're basically set for game.
Yeah.
These monsters are huge, and putting enough level 10s on board to make these rank 10 plays is just huge. Foolish Burial to send anything. There's a lot of graveyard stuff you want to send, not necessarily keep, but send. Skill Drain, again, for the same reason that you played Chalice, is you negate your big monster's effects and you just have beat sticks.
Yeah, and it's also like a really great card overall to negate monster effects anyways.
Exactly,
Nice.
Against your opponent. 1 Shaddoll Core, and 3 Call the Haunted. You want to chain this to an MST or Twin Twister, you get your Shaddoll effects off, you get Ruffian to go again, you summon a machine from your grave and you drop a Daracrane on their face the same turn. There's so much plays with Daracrane especially that you can make off of this. Call the Haunted is great. I'm even considering playing Oasis as well.
That's how good this card is. Yeah, man, so amazing.
You don't want to play Special Schedule because
Yeah, man, that's my mistake. Don't play special schedule, guys. Do not.
it's a brick card. If you open it without trains, you're screwed. If you open it at all in the first turn, you're screwed because you want to have that late game or mid game. Setting it is just such a waste of a card as opposed to Call the Haunted, which you can set it and then chain it.
Yeah, it's definitely way more overpowered than special schedule.
Exactly.
Alright, so this is pretty much it for your main deck. You want to go off to your extra deck real quick?
That's the main deck. The extra deck, I play 2 Dora.
Why 2? Why not 3, Peter?
I really don't go into it every single turn. There's other plays you can make and you should make sometimes. Also, with playing Exodius, you can recycle your Doras.
That is true. That is true. Okay, nice.
If you really, really need them. You play 2 Gustavs for burn damage, and turn 1 if you summon the Ruffian, you want to pitch it, or turn 1 if you summon Shekanaga, you can add back the Shaddoll Fusion, or if you're going for an El Shaddoll Fusion, pitch the Shekanaga, add back the El Shaddoll, set that, and you have plays for next turn. You play the Spider combo, number 35, number 84, and 77. Depending on what situation you're in, whether it's life point difference or you have a lot of big XCs on board, you summon that and use the effect, or you summon this and use the effect. You pop your opponent's board and then you make 77 and swing for 4K.
Awesome.
Which is huge. One Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer, Optimus Prime, because he's awesome.
And he can't respond to his activation. And you can actually make this in his deck. That's the funny thing.
You can make this consistently.
Yeah.
You can make this turn 1 if you open well.
Wow.
But of course, why would you ever fucking open this turn 1? That's so stupid.
That is stupid.
1 Castell, 1 Dweller, and the Norden, because these are the best rank 4s, I believe, in the game right now. You can also play Emerald, but with Exodius, you don't really need to recycle stuff. 3 Shekanaga. Standard if you have to play it, and 1 Winda.
1 Winda to round off your extra deck?
Yep.
Alright, is that pretty much it for your deck, Peter?
That's pretty much it. Don't really have a side deck built.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it, man. Do you have anything else you want to say about this deck? You know, going into new format, how do you think this deck will shape?
It's slow. I don't know if it'll be tier 1. It can compete.
Yeah, it's a really good deck. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
It's a shame that BAs are still alive.
Yeah, that's
for God's sakes. We're all gonna be dead and gone, and cockroaches are gonna be playing BAs at this point. But the BA matchup is pretty bad because the BAs keep floating, and you wanna kill their board as fast as possible and swing for damage. Also, anything that plays kaijus just fucks you.
Yeah.
Dora is great because you put a big monster on board.
Yeah.
Kaiju just walks over it.
Yeah, I know.
Like there's no outs.
You're real, man. You're being real.
Yeah, realistically, the deck's amazing if you put your Dora on board and it stays there.
Yeah.
Because you have a full turn that your opponent just tries to out this Dora, but they can't.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's pretty much it. It makes big boss monsters.
Awesome. All right, guys, this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. All right, guys, peace.